41 without the actual fan running. So all right, so we have this refrigerator. This is an LG French door style. Now, the model number, which is for that refrigerator, when you put your number in and you order your fan, that's the fan you're going to get. Now, the correct number is the one up top for that model number. What it's calling for is the bottom ones, and those are not correct. So take a picture. There's a number, not correct. Take a picture of your fan motor, and when you order it, make sure they look identical. That's a larger motor. That is a condenser fan motor, just not for that unit. So somebody screwed up somewhere. So just wanted to share this so you guys will be aware of it and you won't have a problem. Now, that is the correct motor. Okay, there's a part number, and I've also included, I will include it in the description, and that is, you can see they're totally different. All right, so pay attention, take pictures before you do it, and the error message that is on the front of the refrigerator, the CFE, basically stands for, the C stands for condenser, the F for fan, and the error. So condenser fan motor error code. So now, a lot of times you will feel the side of the refrigerator. It's going to be hot, and that tells you that your condenser fan is going. So pay attention to those things. Those are early signs, and you will basically have a good indicator that something is not right, especially when it comes to LG refrigerators. They are known for bad compressors, so you want to keep them cool as possible back there. When that fan goes, you need to get a regular house fan and stick it back there to keep it nice and cool. All right, so we're just going to be removing the old fan motor as you see what we're doing. And it's basically 4 Phillips screws. You might need to use a small screwdriver, Phillips, or use the tool that I just used. Any tool pretty much that will allow you to take out the screws, and then you're going to be pulling off the fan blade once you get the old motor out. Also, another sign that your condenser fan is going, you might hear a noise in the back of the refrigerator. So as soon as you hear a noise rattling, what you're going to do, you're going to basically go back there, remove the back cover, and get a regular house fan and set it in front of the condenser. The condenser is going to be the coil, and that's not the compressor section, but the coil. You can't miss it. And in another video, same refrigerator, I'll actually link that video to this video so that you'll know what the condenser is. They need to be cleaned as well, so always keep them nice and clean. Every year, I would say it's good to get behind the refrigerator and get it nice and clean so you don't have a lot of lint. When you have a lot of lint, the refrigerator from cooling properly because it's not able to dissipate the heat. So we're going to be putting back now the fan, 4 screws, Phillips screws, and that tube hanging, make sure you connect it back. That is your drain tube. Now, Towards the end, I will show you how to check for power. Now, let's say, for example, you were not getting any power coming out off the fan connector when it's plugged in, then you would be dealing with a bad board normally. Could be a cut wire or something of that sort. So a lot of times you don't have to check for power if you're getting an error code, because the computer is telling you that the fan is not registering back. So 9 times out of 10, when you get an error code, your board is working because it's not getting a feedback. A lot of times when the board is bad, it's not able to give you the error message. So that's just another. Now, keep in mind I'm using a angle screwdriver impact, and it does a pretty good job. Make sure you start the screws before you start to use the impact. Now, slide your wire connector down so that you don't damage the wire or wires, but it's in the loom, so you want to make sure that you slide it back and insert the section into the back of the fan housing and then route it accordingly and then plug it in. So I'm not going to fully plug it in yet because I'm going to be showing you guys how to check for voltage coming in. So we're just going to kind of tuck it. All right, so you're going to set your meter to volts DC. That's a 12 volt fan DC. And I have connectors, and I saved those from old fans. You just cut off the section and you insert it. Make sure the fridge is unplugged. And then you connect your meter. You're going to have the red and the black. Make sure you don't have any wire touching anything. Plug the fridge in, and you should get 12 volts DC when the fan or when the unit is plugged in. There it is. That tells you that the board is supplying proper voltage. So now, go ahead and disconnect, and you can plug your fan in, and all should be working. Now be careful when you disconnect. I always recommend you unplug the fridge as soon as you get your voltage, because if you mishandle those wires as it's live and they touch, it could damage the board. Now take a look at this fan. It's going to turn on nicely and very quiet. Beautiful. Don't forget to plug that in. Beautiful. If not, your fridge will ice up. That's your drain tube. All right, so you don't have to do this. This is what I did just to keep it out of the way. I just borrowed a screw from that, and now I'm going to be removing it. Put your tubing back. Secure it with your screw. That section actually was not connected, so I'm just correcting it for the customer. Had nothing to do with the repair. I will have to do another adjustment towards the end, you'll see it. So a lot of times I think people have problems getting these covers on. At the base, you're going to have some tabs. Make sure you insert the tabs, and then your holes will line up perfectly. All right, that's pretty much it. And I think we're done, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this short video. Pretty short. All right, thanks for watching.